Tiffany was a college student who had always been fascinated by the paranormal. When she saw that Mrs. Holt was teaching a class on the subject, she knew she had to sign up. On the first day of class, Tiffany eagerly took her seat and listened intently as Mrs. Holt began to speak. "Welcome, class," Mrs. Holt said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Today, we will be discussing the history of paranormal activity and the different types of hauntings that have been reported throughout the years." Tiffany leaned forward in her seat, hanging on every word that Mrs. Holt spoke. She had never felt so captivated by a subject before. As the weeks went by, Tiffany found herself spending more and more time studying for Mrs. Holt's class. She would stay up late into the night reading about ghost sightings and researching famous haunted locations. One day, Mrs. Holt announced that the class would be taking a field trip to a local haunted house. Tiffany could hardly contain her excitement. As they walked through the dark, creaky halls of the old mansion, Tiffany felt a chill run down her spine. She could sense that there was something otherworldly in the air. Suddenly, a door slammed shut behind them, causing the entire class to jump in fright. Mrs. Holt smiled knowingly. "Welcome to the world of the paranormal, class," she said. "Sometimes, the spirits like to make their presence known." Tiffany felt a rush of adrenaline as she realized that she was standing in the midst of something truly extraordinary. She knew that she had found her passion in Mrs. Holt's class. From that day on, Tiffany threw herself into her studies, determined to learn everything she could about the paranormal. And as she delved deeper into the mysteries of the unknown, she knew that she had found her true calling.